Are you a health and wellness coach that wants more leads for your online business? What's up, guys? Marty here. And like the health market, the fitness market, super ultra competitive. People are always being bombarded with this ad, that message, this new amazing pill, powder, potion, some promise, some magic bullet that's going to change their life and get them the results they're looking for. Meanwhile, you as the coach, as the person who's trying to grow and run an online business and not drive yourself crazy and not have to get into the small moving parts and the minutia and learn all of these different technologies and stuff, it's just it can be so overwhelming. And today I really want to explore the one thing that you as the health and wellness coach should be focusing on. This is the thing that's going to keep you thriving, and it's really something that I've dedicated myself to, and I've been talking about this a lot. And of course, we're still deep into Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And today I'm talking about the Epiphany Bridge script. And I remember back in the day, for me, I was trying to get leads in the door. That's always been personally my weakest part of my game, has been getting people in the door. Primarily after people get in and I start just helping them, they're all in. They got it. They get it. But it's that initial pow that takes a little time to happen. And there's both a science. There are copywriting formulas, but the art, what gets put in there, the specific language, talking to a specific person, that's the art. But you can't, at least I couldn't immediately access those things. I didn't know exactly what it was that would grab somebody's attention. So I remember reading through this book one of the first times. It could have been the first time or the second time through. And I remember getting to this chapter. It's secret number 8. And I'll just hold this up there. Maybe you can see that. I drew that on the board. And I started, I had a few clients that I was training. One of my best friends, he's a pro MMA fighter. I was training him. And basically, like, you have this idea, especially as a fighter, to what getting in shape is, what's going to deliver maximum results, what's going to keep you healthy and in the game for the long haul. You have this idea in your head. But in actuality, it's, nothing like it seems. It's a bunch of stretching, a bunch of balancing, a bunch of stabilizing are the things that's ultimately going to keep you healthy and in the game as long as possible. So I had to, first I tried to convince. So I tried to logically convince. I tried to prove it with numbers and stats and this is the evidence, and it never worked. So I was like, okay, I wrote the Epiphany Bridge script on the board, and before I had him do anything, I would tell a quick story. And I would be looking at the board. He didn't know I was doing this, even though it was there, at least not the first day. And I would be going through it. I'd be telling the backstory of what I wanted and what I was feeling at the time. And to which, of course, he usually had some sort of remark to go along with that because he's not as sensitive as I am, emotional. And then I'd talk about the problems I was running into, the big wall that I hit, the thing that derailed everything. Like, life was no longer the same, and it was often paralleled with my own injuries. And then I was like, and that's when I discovered, that's whenever I found out, that's whenever I thought, that's whenever someone else said, and it really clicked, and I knew this was the thing. So the plan was I was going to 1, 2, 3, which those 1, 2, 3 things was the actual teaching. That's what I wanted to do. And before I could even say, like, get in position to do it, he was already there. And I'm like, but this is the thing you have to look out for, because I started doing this and then this happened and it slightly threw things off. But at the end of the day, I was able to stabilize my knee. And dude, I'm just telling you, like, life with a stable knee is just so much better than the instability and fear that comes from not knowing if I take this next step, if I'm going to face plant or not. And as I did this, as I developed it, I started practicing and doing it everywhere. And I got to tell you, it's much more effective. Like, it is the thing. If you were to if I was to go back 10 years ago and say, like, hey, devote yourself to one thing and one thing only, it would be this story structure script that's in this book. And once you start telling your stories, once you start doing these things, eventually the things that are going to grab the right person's attention will start popping out of your mouth. They come out like building blocks, and you're like, ooh, that's what my person wants. And you grab that, and that becomes tools for all sorts of things: copywriting, different stories, spin-off stories, prequels, sequels, the comeback, all those sort of things. It's an amazing skill, and it's something that you will always be using as a health and wellness coach, as a personal trainer, group fitness coach, anything. It's a skill that'll serve you well. So, by the way, you guys have heard me talk about the One Funnel Away Challenge before. The next one is starting on August 19th, which means that the cutoff date is August 18th. And, you know, I've been through the One Funnel Away Challenge myself probably about 4 or 5 times now, because, like, every time you learn it, you're a different person. So you're at a different skill level. Something else comes out and slaps you in the face. So if you are ready to grow your online business, to get your story out there in the most effective way possible, minimizing effort, then you are going to want to click the link above or below in the comments and get the fine details on how you can get my bonus, my handhold, my training, my going live every day and helping you out and making sure that you succeed with this, because you are going to, like, what Russell Brunson, Julie Stoyan, and Stephen Larson teach in One Funnel Away Challenge is, like, mind-blowing. It's breathtaking. It's transformative, but it's a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. Like, you are going to have to put in the work and effort. And then if you're anything like me, you're going to geek out on it and try to learn everything about it. Well, I'm here to shortcut you. You're going to want me to be there with you, because otherwise you're going to get stuck, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to quit. So I want you guys to click the link above or below, sign up through my link so you can get my bonuses. You can get in a community of like-minded individuals, the health and wellness coaches, the fitness coaches, the personal trainers, the people who are doing this right now. One Funnel Away Challenge does provide a group, but, like, the variety of people in that are, you know, like, anything from real estate to what's that stuff called? Cryptocurrencies and all sorts of stuff. So, you know, you probably are going to want to hang around the health and wellness coaches, the fitness coaches, the personal trainers, see what they're doing, get ideas from each other. And that's exactly the community that I'm providing for you. So, like, I don't know what else I have to say. If you guys pass on this, then just be stuck in your business forever. So remember, guys, click the link above and below, and you're one upgrade away. I'll see you at the One Funnel Away Challenge, and let me help you launch your first or next funnel in the next 30 days. And I'm going to make sure it gets out the door, you succeed, and you are playing to your strengths. See you later.